It's 2026 and we more or less know what to do. Eat less, move more, eat whole foods, but we don't actually develop the strategies and the systems to ensure that we follow through. Instead, we take things day by day, one decision at a time, and stay extremely reactionary.
Winners and losers both have the same goal. So what separates the winners from the losers? The winners actually have a plan or a system and a strategy that they'll follow. Let's cut into it.
Let's start off by talking about how I started. And I think the main thing with me is that my entire wellness journey, my fitness journey, all of the above, there was no plan in place. I kind of just thought, hey, I don't want to be fat, so I'm going to starve myself. And I'm going to go work out on the treadmill, and I'm going to do a ton of cardio. And what I would do is like go to not Lifetime, I'd go to LA Fitness at the time. And I did lose a lot of weight, actually. But I did gain it, like most people do.
Like lost and then regained it, or were you consistently yo-yoing, like down 5 or 10 here, then back up? Or was it like I dropped like 20, 30?
No, I dropped like 70 pounds over the span of like 6 months. Yeah, but I didn't completely gain it, but I'd gain like 20 pounds up and down like that, which was not ideal. And I never really had a plan. At the time, I was thinking like, oh, I want to be toned. That was my case, though, where I was like, all right, well, now I have to go to the gym. I lost weight. Like, now I have to get toned. I never thought about gaining muscle.
No one does. And a lot of, especially females, are afraid to gain muscle. They think, oh, I don't want to get too bulky. I'm going to get big and jacked. Meanwhile, like, I train my ass off 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm like 188 right now. Clearly not like jacked out of my mind. If someone's just working out twice a week or barely eating enough protein, they have nothing to worry about.
No, I was barely eating at certain times, and I was just doing a lot of cardio. I was working out like every day. I didn't want to even lift that heavy because I didn't want to like get too muscular. Which
now, are you going just based off a feeling, like random workout of the day,
or like there was nothing?
Is it the same workout every day, or same workout every week?
I'd work out with my dad. My dad would just do like military style workouts with me. He's just like all the dumb crap that him and his boys used to do in the military, you know. Which at the time, like, he's young. He was, I was in the best shape of my life, but he was also like 18. I kind of did his random workouts. I never progressed in weight. I think like the key thing for me with my weight loss specifically was like I walked a lot, and but I never got I still never felt good in my skin.
All right, so like the main topic right here is, well, working out versus training and following a plan. But like you said, you were moving more, but you weren't necessarily getting results. It's like Biggest Loser.
Yeah, exactly.
They would beat the crap out of them, starve them, lose 100 pounds to win a contest, and then, all right, they gain it back and more.
Yeah.
And like severely unhealthy from that.
I also have to note, like, at the time I was going to school. So like sometimes I'd go to the gym like 2-3 times a day. So then when I started working and becoming sedentary, like that whole system went out the window. It didn't even make sense.
Moral of the story was you were doing more, but weren't necessarily getting results. When people just show up and do whatever they feel like that day, they just work out instead of train, that's when you're going to have either plateaus, yo-yoing.
Well, I plateaued, yeah. I plateaued pretty hard. And then the only thing that was really effective was the fact that I was moving. Oh, and I was a vegetarian.
Oh, that's a different story. Yeah. The main thing I want people to understand is the difference between working out and training and following a program. So like you just said, working out, that's going to be anything from random workout of the day, just however you feel that day. All right, I'm going to grab 20-pound dumbbells today just because I don't feel good. Or, all right, I'm going to max out today because that's what I feel like. If you're constantly changing things, I just want to go for a pump today, going to go for a run today, jumping around here, there, no rhyme or reason, that's just working out and exercising. Most people would be better off if they actually had a plan, like a training plan that they stuck to. So that would be following something for months at a time, have progressions, have progressive overload, log your weights. Like if you're not logging your weights, then how are you measuring if you're progressing besides like just the scale?
Right.
Like every single time you go in, you either want to get extra reps or go heavier on the weights?
I think that is something to note that I learned the hard way. 10 years of kind of bullshitting in the gym, bullshitting with nutrition. I got more results in the span of a year of locking in and having a plan, a routine, proper progressions, going through specific phases to fix specific things. I got more results in just the span of a year than I would say in the span of 10 years.
Then another thing that's underrated is matching the nutrition with the goal or the training.
Yeah.
I know we kind of went over that in the seasonal training episode, but like if someone wants to lose fat, the training and the nutrition have to match that.
After I got married, I was like, well, I need to think about actual health. I need to think about blood work. I need to think about inflammation. I need to think about longevity. Mm-hmm. So it's also, yeah, aesthetics are cool. I mean, they're really cool, actually. But for me now, it's more about I would say it's 50-50. Like, yeah, I joke around about, like, making sure that, like, oh, I want bigger glutes. Like, we need more glute exercises in my routine, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of mean it, but that doesn't mean that I don't put an emphasis on longevity. So that leads into my next, let's call it a topic or section, right? I don't know if everyone can afford personal training. It is a luxury, I think. But anyone that is interested, if you're completely new and you're going into this process for the first time.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt one thing. Whether you're new doing it on your own or new and hiring a trainer, this is still things you need to know and look out for, because you might hire a trainer and he or she doesn't know what they're doing.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. So you could, even if you are working with a trainer, you can still use this information.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so they're in this, let's say they are working with the trainer, they're not super happy, or let's say they go back and forth, because I've actually had other trainers before you. But let's say I'm in this phase where I'm yo-yoing, I'm plateauing. All right, I'm tired of the bullshit, because that's where I came to you for. I was actually I was thinking about doing a GLP. And I was like, oh, well, it's either that or I'll hire a trainer and I'll figure it out from there. I hired a trainer. So let's say that's me. That could be you. How do you start with them?
All right. Number one, you have to build and lay the foundation. You're not allowed to skip this. If you want to do calculus, you can't do calculus before doing addition and subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, all that stuff. So you can't just jump right into advanced stuff, or, hey, give me a meal plan. Hey, give me macros, or let's do this fat loss workout, or whatever crazy stuff people see on Instagram. You need to lay the foundation. So one, that's going to be protein. You want to get minimum 1 gram per pound of, you could say, goal body weight.
If I can interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
That was really hard for me in the beginning. Eating that much protein, I think it's like a muscle.
I know I've been doing it for a while, but like
it really is. Like, it genuinely is really difficult in the beginning.
I could see if someone's not a meat eater. But
well, one, I wasn't that much. Mm-hmm. And two, I think that you have to build up like the capacity to take in that much protein.
No, I totally agree with that.
So for me, 100 grams in the beginning was a lot. I was extremely full. I felt uncomfortable.
Why I want protein to be the main focus? You just said you were full.
Yeah.
If you're full,
it's good.
Now you're not going to overeat. So that's like one of the main reasons for having protein. Besides a minimum protein goal of like whatever your target body weight is, that should be your minimum amount of protein. So if your goal is 120 pounds on the scale, has to be a minimum 120 grams of protein. 150, it's 150. Even if you're trying to put on size, if you want to add 20 pounds of muscle over the course of a year, you're going to have to bump up that protein number. And then you want to get into a sleep routine. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to recover. Instead of going deep into it, there's a cascade effect if you're not getting good sleep, whether it's stress, cravings, fat gain, all that stuff. Water intake, obviously, just drink more water, stay hydrated. So for me, breakfast is non-negotiable if you want to get results, because again, just how sleep has a cascade effect on everything, breakfast will also have a cascade effect on everything. So when having breakfast, you want to have a high protein and a high fat breakfast that's going to keep you full for most of the day. Cravings and blood sugar is not going to fluctuate as much, and you're setting yourself up for success. When you skip breakfast, now you're behind the 8 ball. And now if you have 150 grams of protein to eat and your first meal isn't until 12, 1 o'clock, how are you getting like 70, 80 grams per meal? Are you going to eat 12-ounce steak or 12 ounces of chicken breast in one meal? Most likely not.
For me personally, breakfast, eating breakfast and eating over 20 to, I eat like around 30 to 40 grams in the morning. And that has had the biggest effect on stabilizing my blood sugar level. So you mentioned breakfast. You mentioned a couple of
water,
other things, sleep, hydration,
and overall protein.
Protein being the biggest one. I think protein is the biggest one. But I think you think breakfast is the biggest one because it also encapsulates protein.
Yeah, well, if I get someone to focus on breakfast, then they're more likely to hit their protein target even if I don't tell them to.
Yeah.
So that's a lot easier.
All right, let's say you got the foundation.
Well, we also have foundation for training. Got to build a base for training too. You can't just jump right into this nonsense you see on Instagram. So you want to build. All right, so first you want to learn form, execution, learn how to move, how to use the proper muscles, feel it in the right place. Because if you just go in there and just start slinging weights and moving around, your potential for injury or the ceiling is just super low. I took 6 months where I kind of pulled back on my training. I was going super slow, a lot of pauses, just going for the squeeze, the feel, not heavy at all. And then like whenever I would bench, all I would do is feel my shoulders. Sometimes I get a ton of shoulder pain, but I was pure like arm and shoulder bencher. Now every time I bench, I feel my pecs. And I actually had way more hypertrophy or growth in my chest over a 6-month period than in like the 12 years, 15 years I was working out prior to that.
It's pretty cool.
Now, flip side, I did it for too long, so I did get weaker, but I rebuilt everything back up, and now I'm bigger, stronger, and leaner at the same time.
It took me like 2 years to, sounds weird, to connect to my back. Well, that was like
a lot of people,
like every time you had to like tap it.
A lot of people struggle with that. They're just not good at moving their shoulder blades and their scapula.
I never feel,
especially people who are desk workers and sitting all the time. Because you have that
I have terrible posture too.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason.
Yeah. So I've only just recently started feeling my back.
Yeah, that and like deadlift or anything posterior chain people struggle with.
But you know what helped?
What?
It's like the tempo training.
Yeah, that's why.
So the eccentrics going really slow.
That's why we do. We're building motor control, muscular coordination, all that stuff. Like this is foundational work that everyone needs.
Yeah.
You want to build work capacity.
Yeah.
So that could be multiple things. That could be aerobic work, whether that's cardio or strongman related.
You're saying work capacity. Okay, so I just want to connect it really quick. Yeah. So building the because you had me doing split squats for like the first fucking 6 months. So
yeah, because if I threw you right into back squats, now we're talking Snap City with the lower back because of how, like, or for most people, just because of how tight they are.
Yeah,
and then they don't know how to actually lift. They just like with their muscles, they just move the bar. Work capacity, which could be aerobic work. Higher reps in the gym, and you want to build a foundation of hypertrophy.
So that was what I was missing. Even though I dreaded doing the foundation work, that's why I'm able to lift the amount that I lift now. I have the work capacity, which I never had before. It's
so you used to gas out like 10 minutes into the workout. Like, I think a lot of that was nutrition and sleep based.
First.
Oh yeah, but no, you used to gas out like we'd be done with like 2 or 3 sets, and you're like, huffing and puffing, and I'm like, this shouldn't be happening right now.
I was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you actually have the work capacity, which I think is from nutrition.
Yeah, I can work out for like 2-3 hours.
If you don't take care of this foundational stuff, there's always going to be a limiting factor.
Right.
So you want to build hypertrophy, you want to build some muscle before you start going, and muscular coordination before you start going into the serious strength training. So then step 2, after laying that foundation, now you could go into building the engine. So now you're going to eat for performance and train for performance.
I eat so much more now than I used to. I eat so much more whole foods. Yeah, and I'm leaner. I have benders when I travel, as you know. And
that's once a year. And
yeah, max twice a year. And even with that, my weight doesn't fluctuate as much. But I'm most optimal when I'm in bed by 10. I'm up by 6, 7. Like, I can never be like a 4 a.m., 5 a.m. kind of person. I just don't work that way. And just basic, like I always go, my default is the foundations of just eating high protein, whole foods. Then when I really want to get locked in, I weigh everything. So that's like next level. But now my like baseline, even though I'm off right now, but my baseline is still so much. My baseline is like my nutrition goals from like 10 years ago.
Can't biohack your way out of poor health.
Poor habit.
Poor decisions.
Right. So even my benders, like it's so easy for me to revert back just because of the systems that I have in place.
All right, side quest time. We're going to have a contest. Who could answer the most amount of rapid fire business questions while playing Mario Kart? We have until the end of the race, and then we're going to tally up who answers the most. I hope you have some good ones.
What's a business belief you had to unlearn the hard way?
Belief I had to unlearn the hard way. I thought this is distracting. I thought when I opened my gym, everyone would be like, oh, sick, awesome gym.
You just got screwed by like 20 shelves. That was the answer?
Yeah, I thought I was going to have way more success. Like, just having the physical location automatically meant new people. But it has not meant new people, and that requires a lot of work.
What's a green flag that you look for when hiring?
I am more about mindset and attitude. A lot of attributes and things in the gym are teachable, but if you have a shitty attitude, you'll never be a good employee.
What's a lesson fitness taught you that applies directly to business?
You have to be patient. Like I always tell people, you expect fat loss to happen in 2 weeks instead of 3 months. It's the same thing with business. I definitely get ahead of myself and say, oh, that was quick.
Oh, you got third.
That was 3 laps? Oh, all right. Well, I definitely get ahead of myself and expect my business plans to come to fruition right away.
Yeah.
But I know you have to see it and let it grow.
I'm just going to steal all your answers. We're starting. 3, 2, 1.
What's a business belief you had to unlearn the hard way?
Originally, I thought like, I had to use all the money that I make to like kind of feed myself or to use it for myself, instead of investing in education and investing in myself. And that's something that I had to unlearn. I had to unlearn how to stop being cheap.
What's a mistake that unexpectedly helped you grow?
I'm in 18th, 16th place. A mistake that helped me grow, partnering with the wrong people.
All right. What's one question you ask before saying yes to anything?
I'm changing this philosophy recently, but what I used to do is ask myself, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
Okay. What's the simplest change that improves results the most?
Who you hire.
All right. What's the real cost of underpricing yourself?
What's the real cost of underpricing yourself?
Sanity.
Being broke. Like, not having money, not having any runway in the bank, you underprice yourself, and you sell yourself short, you make yourself a commodity or just cheap labor.
What metric actually matters most right now?
Okay, so specifically in my industry, I work in performance marketing, mainly with advertising, online advertising. And I don't know if you know what this word means, but I'm going to explain it in a second. It's incrementality. So it's basically measuring to what extent do our ads, or measuring the impact of our ads. I got first place.
What'd you put on, 50cc?
150.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh, try to play me. Measuring like the true impact of ads on your bottom line, on your top line, and on your brand as a whole. And if you don't know that number, you're probably running ads really poorly.
Sounds like it.
Or that measurement. That first place, what'd you get? Third.
Side quest completed.
Now that we got the foundations down, more or less, what's like the next level to that? What are the next steps?
All right, so let's just make up a time frame. Let's say, all right, we're going to spend 3 months laying the foundation, so the simple things we did. All right, now we did that. Now we've earned the next level. All right, now we're going to increase our food. We're going to increase our output, do some more fun stuff in the gym. Let's say we do that for another 3 months, or 3 to 6 months, whatever. Really depends on goals.
Yeah.
Then, all right, now we really got this down. Now let's really push. Let's go for like a big goal, whether it could be fat loss, it could be hypertrophy, it could be peak a lift, or whatever you want to get better at a lift.
You think it makes sense to like share that plan high level? Now that I've built the foundations out, I have different goals. My goals.
So, all right, so
my goals are.
You want me to share what we have for the next 9 months?
Yeah, like high level. Now we passed the foundations, now we can.
I have to remember it off the top of my head. I have it all written down. All right, so the way we did this was, it's a little bit advanced and you're further along, so like beginners shouldn't be thinking this way.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, like we already released the seasonal training by now, so people know this is currently winter, aerobic, fat loss. So we are going for a lot of output and movement, like high frequency training. That way you don't have to drop your calories as low to get fat loss. And like if it's cold out, you're not going to be super active. So we're trying to keep you as active as possible. Then we're going to move to some strength work. So that's 3 months. Then we're going to move to some more strength work. I guess we'll throw March in there. Yeah, March, April, May. I'm going to throw in strength work for you. And that's when we start off. We'll do like a 10% deficit. And then we're going to crank it up right before your birthday. We're going to go like 20-25% deficit. Maximize your fat loss for your birthday. End of May. I almost said March. End of May. They're going to be nice and happy, but then you have to still follow everything. We're going to slowly reverse diet back up like 100 calories a week every 2 weeks while doing your booty blast or summer hypertrophy. Like we're going to do that. Then we're going to get your calories even higher than you're eating now while you're leaner, going to have more muscle. And then to finish off the year, we'll do like a deadlift program. And now you could have like your full glute year or whatever.
I love that for me.
But none of this works if you skip steps.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have a foundation.
Yeah. What's your biggest advice for, I think we kind of went over it, but your biggest advice for someone like starting off?
Could go a lot of ways. I would honestly say you need to be held accountable. You can't just hire a coach or get a plan and then say, all right, I didn't get results. It's the plan's fault. It's the coach's fault. It's my kid's fault because they kept me up at night. Like, you have to start taking responsibility for your health and your results. No one else is going to do it for you. That's probably the best thing I could say. It's not groundbreaking. It's not a supplement they could take. It's not some hack. It's you got to do the inner work if you want to have results.
My biggest mistake with working with you in the beginning was saying like, all right, well, I paid, but I made the investment. Like, obviously, like, I put my money where my mouth is. It's more expensive than Ozempic. So then I'm good. You know, like, I should lose weight now. And it wasn't until that I started tracking my food and tracking our workouts where I really was like, one, learning about this as a whole, and learning how to like properly progress and just about training specialization programs, etc. But I also understood why those little small steps matter, or those small little phases, in order to get to a specific goal, like that compounding effect.
Oh,
done being a fuck shit.
No, you know what people need?
What?
Patience. Oh my God, do people
Well, I need patience. Are you naturally patient?
I'm not talking about like...
I feel like we all need it.
No, I'm talking about like this is going to take... It took you 10 years to get fat.
Yeah.
It's going to take...
lifetime.
It's going to take a little bit of time to take that fat off.
And I think
and like, you have to trust the process. If you're not trusting the process and you're just half-assing it, then you're never going to get where you want to be. And a lot of people, they come to me with no goal. Like, I want to lose weight. Okay, how many pounds? I don't know, 20. All right, like, do you have... Or they'll come in like, oh, I want to look like this magazine picture, which is dumb, but we won't go there. But like, people they have zero performance goals.
Yeah.
Like, no one's like, oh, you know what? Like, sure, I want to drop 20 pounds, but I want to learn how to squat, or I want to do a 400-pound deadlift, or this. Like, so by doing this, we could sort of create performance goals for them without them actually having the goal. And then now they start to buy into it, like, oh, that was cool. I went from split squatting for 2 months, and now I could do a barbell back squat. My knees don't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. My hip's not tight. All right, now I want to shoot for 200 or whatever the goal is.
And I think like the better my performance is in the gym, the better I look. Right. So that's just a natural byproduct.
Well, whether it's you or someone else, if you're chasing performance, I mean, as long as the nutrition's there, you're going to get the results. Like, you shouldn't be chasing the fat loss or whatever the goal is. You want to chase the performance in the gym. Because if you're continuing to improve your performance, whether it's strength, more reps, better conditioning, cardio, whatever, you're going to get the results as a byproduct of that.
If you can sum up everything in like a couple of sentences of what is needed for your wellness, your fitness goals in 2026, it's really, I mean, we said a lot of it.
Honestly, it's protein, it's sleep, it's breakfast, obviously drink water, and patience and accountability. Doesn't matter how good the plan is if you're not going to be patient or hold yourself accountable, or like take responsibility. Can't just throw money at something or hire someone and think all the work is done. You just got to show up your 3 hours a week to do your training. It's way more than that. You have to, and what I try to get clients to do is think about things. Like we said in the beginning, like everyone reacts. That's usually what everyone does. But you need to plan. You need to think about everything in advance. Don't decide at 5 p.m. what dinner's going to be. That should have been thought about over the weekend while you were grocery shopping, or when you and your significant other were sitting down and discussing the week, planning the week. Yeah. That should not be oh crap, I forgot to take this out. All right, because then you're going to go get McDonald's. Yeah. Or Chipotle. Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah. And I could tell the audience how I'm taking that advice specifically. I'm starting a completely new schedule in 2 weeks. And so for me, one thing I'm doing with my husband, who's behind the camera, is like we're sitting down, we're starting to get acclimated to a new schedule. We know we need to be in bed by a certain time. These are the days in which we're cleaning. We're cleaning certain parts of our apartment. We have 2 bathrooms. I hate cleaning bathrooms, but we're assigning days to that. And we're also assigning days to like when I'm cooking. And then yes, bulk. Where'd you learn that one? I don't know. ChatGPT. And then with you, I just made sure like that was the first thing. I was like, hey, my schedule's gonna be changing soon. You know, like when's your available? Then you have to color code everything. I do. I like colors in general. Yeah, it has like giant Post-its for specific. Like my schedule. Like blue, for food. Blue is training and lunch. Yeah. Green is when I work on my business. White is just when I train clients. Yeah. Black is when I won't take on any clients or work. If you really want to have success, that's what it takes. And also, if you have a busy schedule, that's the only way to do it. Like, yeah. Otherwise, you'll never be able to manage your schedule And again, and then it's all reacting.
Yeah, and you don't want that in your head to like react. Like it's stressful to react to so many different inputs.
And then you make worse decisions because of that.
Exactly. And then you spiral, and then, you know, yeah, you're like you're farther off than when you started.
If you want the color-coded schedule, I could copy and paste it and email it to you.
Yeah, you can use Nick's schedule. I use big ass calendar. Like I really like that. I need like a physical thing. That's my thing now.
That's fun.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, any feedback, please feel free to reach out to us directly.
Like and subscribe.
All of that.
I believe that's what the YouTube people say. So I'm going to say it too. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell. Whatever they do. And then merch coming soon.
Yeah, support us, please. We put a lot of love and time and attention to this. Andy's sweating.
We need to feed the cameraman.
We need to feed Andy.
So the more merch
starving.
Sales. Yeah, the more merch sales, then...
yeah, buy our free downloads. He can't buy free He's starving, guys. All right, that's all we got for today, but thanks for listening.